Namaste and hello, my beautiful kings, my beautiful queens. This spread I want to show you. This spread is called Diamond and it's consisting of 5 cards. So this is universal spread and we can use it for any situation. So I would offer we do one thing. We are going to use this deck and we will look at the situation connected with love and relationship, and we will use the sacred key deck, and we will look at the situation not anyhow connected with love and relationship. So if you need to look into something not connected with love relationship, please click the link under this video, and there's gonna be another spread, diamond, which will look into your situation, not about love and relationship. Please remember, all my spreads are accurate, but not 100%. Of course, it's accurate for each one of you. If you did click this video, then there is something definitely for you to know, to hear, and to take into consideration. So this is diamond about love, a relationship. What we're gonna look into, why this spread. I'm gonna be using my favorite deck, Arcanum Tarot. We're gonna look at the issue. The first card, the situation. Now every spread starts usually with this card, the situation right now, the issue. Usually diamond helps you find solution and advises how to deal with any issue. So any issue, the first card. Second card, internal influence onto this situation. What you do not know, you do not see, it's some internal influence. We're looking love relationship, so it is obviously could be connected with your partner, his internal issues which influence your relationship. You don't see them. Number 3, external influence to this situation. This is something you know about, you're aware about it. Number 4, advice, what you need for the resolution, what you need to do, an outcome of the situation. Please determine the amount of time, my goodness, how to say, outcome in a period of time. You want to know the solution and the spread to be effective. For example, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. You have to determine the period of time. So let us go to it. I am asking the spirits of fire, earth, air, and water, the guides and the keepers, to give us answers to our questions. I am touching it to my forehead, to my mouth, and to my heart. Again, this is not pick up the card. This is the spread called diamond, and this is for one partner. So the first card, I'm holding it up upright position, just checking. The first card will show us the issue or the situation right now, or the problem you are dealing. Okay. Look at this. This is why I adore this deck. This is my third arcanum. The problem we are dealing with is this dude. Of course, obviously we are seeing King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it can be any king pretty much, because we are also dealing with this is just the situation. But so even your earth sign, air sign, or water sign could be dealing with the you could be dealing with water sign who's acting like water, like a king of wands. Let us put another card. to determine the problem. What is the problem? What is the issue? So we're going to do 6 card. What is the issue we are having with this king? Next card, we have internal influence. We're going to put him like this. Internal influence. You cannot see it. It's internal. You do not know about it. What is the influence in this situation? External influence influencing this situation, which you know about. What is needed for the resolution of this problem? And the outcome. In a period of time, you determine yourself. This is honest channel I have. Whatever is there, I'm gonna tell you. So some of you obviously are dealing with the King of Swords. So the issue, let's see the second card. So your King of Swords, obviously the issue is stuck. Obviously we can be dealing with a couple of things. What are these couple of things? Couple of things are simple. You see the 8 of, let's move this a little bit here maybe. We are seeing the 8 of Swords. You don't have to be a tarot reader to understand 8 of Swords. You see a figure standing surrounded by the sword, blindfolded, not able to move. So the issue we're having right now in the situation, for some of you, this man can be not free. So obviously one of my so-called favorite issues, the situation which unfortunately many of you somehow agree to be dealing with, but unfortunately which leads nowhere, of course, depending on your situation. But some of you are dealing with the married man. Some of you, you see, because we have to look at these 2 cards from different points of view, because there are different situations from those of you who are listening. It could be a man you are dealing with. It could be a father of a man you are dealing with, or your father, because we're looking at the issue. What is the issue? But in conjunction with these 2 cards, we are seeing that the relationship are hanging by a thread as it is, as they say. And you could be having a conflict. You could be having a situation which is completely stuck and moving absolutely nowhere. So if it's a third-party relationship, this is the reason why, because this is a third-party relationship card. If it's not a third-party relationship, still your relationship are absolutely stuck. There is nothing changing. It's just stuck in the swamp. So unfortunately, not much joy there, not much sincerity, a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of probably blaming yourself. But you have to understand that the reasons, the excuses this king might give you, according to 8 of Swords, it's not always a man who cannot do something. Very often 8 of Swords shows he does not want to do something. So if he promises you something and not doing it, but giving you lame excuses, please listen to your intuition and understand that the man simply does not want to move. He is comfortable in the position he is right now. So it could be also different type of obstacles. What it is, it could be he tells you, my religion forbids me to, I don't know, whatever, because a religion, it's like, imagine when someone knocks your door and tells you that you can eat potatoes only baked, or boiled, but not fried or not steamed. It have to be baked or boiled. And because some guy told them about that, you can take it and follow it and believe it, or you can not. So religion, something like this, is a dogmas which a person who is who knows logic and reasoning and reads books and understands things as cosmos, things as galaxies, universes, the spiral development of life and death, who understands and realizes and is educated, of course, would never do such a thing, believes in such a thing as a religious dogmas. But you could be dealing with someone who is believing religious dogmas and could tell you that his religion forbids him to be with you, or his religion forbids him to change something that he has to follow. It could be society, could be religion, could be his mama forbids him, could be his papa forbids him, could be no one really forbids him nothing, but he simply does not want to do that. So of course, also there is not just not wanting, but no, also not is afraid to do it. Afraid not because something bad's gonna happen to him, but because he wants to be in a certain position in a society or a certain position in life. Could be also very obviously, we can see here a position. Then when a king, he can have a certain position in society, so he's a little upscale something, and you are not. So he doesn't want to tell you straight ahead, you know what, I am, I don't know, a lawyer, a doctor, and you are just I don't know, a nurse or whatever. And so he really can, but he chooses not to do that because of many reasons. So there are going to be no active steps. There are no active steps. So another issue here, I would recommend, to look individually into it, because another issue here is absence of true deep feelings and true deep emotions towards you. Also, it can be a person emotionally unavailable. So could be lots of things, but these are the issues. As I said, the first card, we got the king. To clarify the first card, we have got the Eight of Swords, and it explains us the issue. So what is internal influence? So what internal influence connected with this man can influence this situation? See, he is married. He is either married, or he could be engaged, or being, you see, of course, obviously right here, if we see this three situation, if we clearly see it, it's clear as it is. What do you see right here? We see a man, we see a situation, issue which is being stuck, and right here, what do we see? We see a family, we see a man, a woman, and a child. In internal influence in a position which you don't know about. So some of you don't know about the fact that he has a family, but it could be he could tell you he is not married. Variation number one, he can tell you he's divorced, but in fact he is not. Variation number two, he could be really divorced, on paper, but it could be that his family still means the world to him, and maybe his wife left him because maybe they had misunderstanding, but his family and probably a child means the world to him, and because this is in a position, what influences this situation? So as you can see, we already have the picture. You need to read the spread as one painting. So you see, it's internal. It comes as in a position of internal influence. So, and this shows that lots of hidden agenda here. So it could be his last relationship influencing him, his family he used to have, probably children or one child you are not aware about, but it is something connected with family he has, family he had, or family he had but still meaning the world for him. He might be still hoping to be back with them, that she's gonna forgive him or she's gonna call him. It could be so many things. Let us see the next card. The next card we have here, external influence. What influences this situation from outside? What issues, what problems are coming from outside? No issues we have from outside, girls. We don't have nothing influencing this situation from outside. We have the sun. So definitely this is not outside influence. Definitely this is not a father of his, not a boss of his, not a religious guru of his. This is him. This is your king, and this is a situation, and this is internal. So we obviously do not have any external influence. Nothing influences externally. No one is stopping him. No one is preventing him to make their step towards you. Nothing outside. No one and nothing. So we are having his inner doubts, fears, and so on. Let us see the next card. What is needed for a resolution? Well, what is needed for the resolution? There is no outside influences. Then what he needs for the resolution is to start acting, because 8, of course, obviously, right? Obviously, amazing deck, so many decks I have, and this is a third because they were worn out, because I cannot tell you that nothing can be compared with the accuracy of the arcanum, at least for me. So of course he needs to start acting, because this is a card of actions, card of actions connected with love, because this card has the nickname the arrows of love, and he can make his dream come true with you, but there are other things. You see, this spread, being honest with you, being completely honest with you, of course, this spread has to be done individually, because there are so many scenarios here. There are so many scenarios could be in here. So of course he could be in love with you, but this is kind of like a unexpected love. There could be so many things connected with 8 of wands. It very often connects with talks over the phone, people who are apart, separated by distance, because sometimes the sun works at the meaning of the world card as well. He needs to bring the changes for better. So we are looking at this card as what needs to be done. Resolutions. He needs to start moving, obviously, of course. He needs to start moving. He needs to start talking. He needs to tell you, open his heart to you, actually even propose to you, like that. Also, what we need to pay attention, we have 8s. We have 8s. Eight of Wands, we have an Eight of Swords. So there are things here which could be in this spread, because again, what bothers me is that this is internal influence. So another thing, because we have a family, another thing, girls, that it could be his childhood traumas as well, because as eternal influence we have a family. It could be unfortunately traumas leading to narcissistic trauma disorder. We could be dealing with a man whose father was gone, or mother, or he didn't have the happy family. And because again, internal is something we don't see and we're not aware, and it's in this position a family. It could be also his traumas, his wounds, and him not wanting to make that step out of Eight of Swords. So of course this needs requires the situation in order to find a solution. Actions and not actions from you are required actions from him, because together we put the Sun, we are putting the Sun card, of course, and we are putting the Eight of Wands and the King of Wands. So obviously we have him who needs to act, him to shine and act in order to resolve the situation. Otherwise the situation is not going to be resolved. So my queens, that is what we are having. Someone constantly knocks my door, walks and asks me questions. So let us see the final card, the outcome. Yes, we could be dealing with some issues here with this king, but again, I told you already many times, the actions of a man determine his love, his feelings, and his intentions. If you have to wait for the eternity for him to do something, that's waste of time. Let's see outcome. Outcome, the moon. So nothing is gonna be obviously in the period of time what you determined. You see, in the period of time you determined, here is your king, and we have to put the three card, the first one, the final one, and the card number 2 as an outcome. Of course, the moon, we're having the mirroring arcana right here with the card of the Eight of Swords. The moon is extremely deep card, very often comes with karma, like just a devil, but unfortunately karma which is not good, not positive. So but we are looking at the outcome of the whole situation. So we are having situation when your king is not moving and not doing anything. The issues can be connected with his childhood, with his family he had, or probably family he has, you don't know about. Maybe he has a child but he never been married to this woman, doesn't matter. We are having this here as the internal reason, and what increases the internal reason is outcome, because the moon is traditional and very, very obvious card of something hidden, and something you don't know about, and something you do sense intuitively but you do not want to admit it. The issue with the moon is that the situation can last for a long time, because the moon comes every night. But what you have to know as the outcome, we're looking at the position of outcome in a period of time you determine determine it itself, yourself, and as outcome moon, we don't see no changes. Moon mirrors the Eight of Swords here, so everything pretty much stays the same. But you need to be warned about, please, I said, take what resonate, don't take what resonate. But the moon shows hidden lies or just hidden motives, hidden facts what he does not tell you about. It could be insincerity. Pay attention to the red flags situation in which you can end up unfortunately disappointed, bitterly disappointed, and it could be a double game. It could be he's not enjoying the double game. If it was a Seven of Swords, it would be much worse. It could be he's not enjoying this game. But here we have the double game, and we have two cards increasing the meaning of each other, of those lame excuses, when it's not like I can't do it, but I have reasons not to do it. I don't want to do it. Another card of not a free man who is like being obstacled by something else. Please be careful. Please pay attention to red flags. What is unpleasant about the moon? You keep on being not aware. When I told you many times, and I made the video, the whole video about the card of the moon, please look it up, that when we are dealing with the moon, you are being manipulated, because there are three I don't know. I don't know what is exactly going on. I don't know when I will know something, what is going on, and I don't know why. Illogical. I don't know what, I don't know when, I don't know why. It's unstable connection you have with lots of ups and downs, calls and holds, carrot and stick, all the methods of manipulation with this, did you mean it when you said it, or you meant it not? Please pay attention to the red flags. Also, when you're gonna stuck, unfortunately, with when the situation when I told you about codependency, the adrenaline dependency, when nothing, you don't feel good, you're suffering, it's also not pleasant, not joyful, but you are stuck, because the moon, it's like a swamp. You are stuck in this situation, but you can simply get up and walk away, but you just sit there. So please think what here resonates. Also, the moon, usually the man which comes into your life with the moon comes with the karmic. That means like you owe him something. And if you are being aware about the situation, that this is the situation, means that your karma to him had been fulfilled, and you can get up and walk away. So of course, a lot of the so-called blind spots in this situation, but the meeting with such a man awakens your core, awakens your intuition, your subconscious, so your unconscious, so on and so on. But you could be so stuck, and you can feel weak and fearful, like unfortunately victim of the manipulator, of narcissist manipulator. Pay attention what from what I told you is true, because it's also enchanted. Moon enchants you. Moon holds you on a hook, and unfortunately turns you into a slave of like a devil. Moon has similar energies of a devil, that you get stuck and you don't come out. If you are in third party here, girls, please, this is like really, it's so many, unfortunately, hidden spikes which you don't see. There is lies, there is manipulation, there is this danger for you to be be used, be skillfully made to do what the person what. It could be lots of things, could be also you are completely addicted and codependent and obsessed, and unfortunately it destroys you at your core, because unfortunately manipulation is a psychological abuse, and moon is a scary thing. It's a card of psychological abuse which you might be not aware about, but it's magnetism. It has power over you. Please take what resonate, because sometimes you are scared, you're terrified, you're depressed, you have all of the all these symptoms of being a victim of the manipulation or narcissist, but you don't know how to get yourself free, how to come out, then please watch videos of Dr. Ramani. Again, take what resonates. For all of you, the situation is different, but as an outcome, with connected with Eight of Swords and the King, we see that simply if we take the simplest meaning of this or the whole spread, we can say that in a period of time you had determined it yourself. The things are not going to change. Could they be changing for you individually in the future? It depends on you individually. Remember that in months of August I do $25 email 1 question 3 cards reading, and you can ask me that. I am doing it because of my birthday in August 18. You can use this month for asking me for a very more than affordable price, asking me question about your individual situation. So far this is all my queens, and I will do the same spread on a situation not connected with a love or relationship. Namaste.